Hello friends, it's Pastor Randall with the Bible study here at Loud United Methodist Church as we again stroll through Deuteronomy, picking up at chapter 16. We're going to look at chapter 16 through chapter 19 today. This is law material that will cover, we'll remember not only to do the Passover, but why, the Festival of Weeks, which is a very important festival, as well as the Festival of Booths, a festival still practiced today in modern Judaism. Of course, Festival of Weeks ends with Yom Kippur. The Festival of Booths, where you remember that, again, this idea of being humble. You were once slaves, you once were homeless. No matter how nice your home is, go outside for this week, live under a tent or under a shed or in a lean-to for that matter. Just something to remind you that all that you have is given to the Lord. There is further instruction about that you are to give the Lord, the best animals, not just the ones that are the worst, but the best animals. There is then rules set forward both for testimony, how witnesses are done. If someone is accused of betraying God, they must be put to death. But this isn't a arbitrary. Well, it still sounds pretty arbitrary to us, because it's kind of like, if multiple people agree, you're in trouble, which could still be a conspiracy. But there's ways of justice set up that if you feel like you're not getting a fair deal, you can flee to the cities that are going to be set up. The speech presupposes, which of course leads Bible scholars to debate whether or not this was obviously remembered later, because we set up these 7 cities as refuge, and now when we're writing down Moses' speech, we put those words into Moses' mouth. And whatever historically happens doesn't really matter for us. As we encounter it, Moses, who is considered not only the giver of law, but the very first prophet, is receiving, as far as the narrative of Deuteronomy is concerned, Moses is receiving insight from God how things are going to be. Wink, wink. And so these cities, which right now are Canaanite cities, will become those cities. There is also the provision for creating a king. When you get to the land, you might want to be like other people. You might want a king, and that's okay if you really do. Just make sure that your king can't do multiple things. One hard thing, the king must be one of the people, cannot be a foreigner. Number 2, the king cannot order them to return to Egypt. There is then softer things, like the king shouldn't have too many horses, the king should not build a big palace, the king should not be incredibly rich, which we will see causes troubles. Even amongst the best of kings, David and Solomon, who will start very wise and well, but will end breaking the country in two because of his massive building projects, which of course require oppressive labor, and his economic oppression of the people will be what the northern 10 kingdoms say is their reason for breaking. And so these all kind of get together. We're getting this section 16 through 19 is an order of the life of the people. Again, here's how you do sacrifice. Here are the festivals that you must keep. These are the most important festivals: Passover, the Festival of Weeks, the Festival of Booths. These are how you do sacrifices well. These are how you settle legal disputes. And that's the material we have in front of us today. Thank you very much. We will pick up with chapter 20 tomorrow. And again, like the video, share the video, subscribe to our channel, and God bless.